Downtown Lansing on Grand Avenue, where a protest is going on that started at the Capitol. The group is still hanging out here tonight. They're actually across the street from the Capitol. Harrison Road behind me between Trowbridge and Service Road has just reopened. One officer has been placed on leave while an investigation into the arrest is conducted. The attorney tells me that Anthony Hulan's death was ruled as a homicide. This is the house of the raid that happened last night. Attorney General Dana Nessel was talking about. The workers I spoke with tonight tell me they've been patiently working with the unemployment system. Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she's proud of Michigan citizens and the election poll workers, but says there's still a lot of work to do. I'm here with Mayor Aaron Stevens, and he tells me that he's got a box of masks and he's handing out to some residents. So, Mayor, tell us a little bit why you've decided to do this.
So we've got some new rules in East Lansing.
Now, Lansing police released a statement saying that several police officers were involved in the arrest. Now, this is the home of the raid that happened Wednesday night in Heartland off of Lansing Avenue. Now, I talked to nearby neighbors who say they were home during the time of the raid. They say they were woken up by police cars, bright lights, and military vehicles. They say that they never expected something like this to happen in their community.
It's really scary to live in a community that you thought you were going to be safe. You know, I mean, I've lived here for almost 5 years, and I've never thought that something like this would happen.
Gary Hovsepian lives next to the home that was raided. He believes the people who live there moved in less than a year ago and says they kept to themselves.
They just seemed like a regular, family. I had blew me away when I heard what was going on.
Coming up at 6, I talked to one neighbor who says she talked to a military official during the raid. For now, in Heartland, Rachel Sweet, News 10. Tonight, the family of Anthony Hulan says they've been waiting a long time to see what type of charges the 4 police officers who were involved taking Hulan into custody will face. According to the lawsuit, Hulan died back in April after they claimed the police used excessive force, restricting his ability to breathe for over 5 minutes.
They all should be charged for murder. I mean, they murdered him. They literally killed him.
The mother of the late Anthony Hulan, frustrated after her son's death was ruled as a homicide, according to the Ingham County Medical Examiner's Office. The family filed a federal lawsuit against the city of Lansing and the officers. They say the officers are responsible for using excessive force, restricting Hulan's ability to breathe. Hulan died while he was in custody with the Lansing police on April 11th.
There were 4 of them. They already had him shackled by the feet, shackled by his hands. There was nothing that he could do to them. He's yelling in pain. It was clear. And then they just continued, and it's just not right.
According to the lawsuit, Hulan was arrested for domestic assault. The family's attorney, Jennifer D'Amico, says before Hulan was in police custody, he was admitted to Sparrow Hospital for being under the influence of methamphetamine. D'Amico says even if he was on drugs, he should have never been treated like that.
Why did you need to hold him down like that? 3 minutes after his last movement, you're still on top of him. Like, what goes through your mind? Like, I think it's like this group mentality feeling, like you're all, like no one could have, why couldn't one of you stop each other? Why couldn't you stop and think? Like, I don't understand it.
The state police investigated Hulan's death and recommended the Attorney General's office file criminal charges. No decision has been made. For now, live in the newsroom, Rachel Sweet, News 10. The lawsuit submitted by President Donald Trump demands that absentee votes stop being counted until an election inspector from both parties are present. Now, the lawsuit comes after President Donald Trump claimed victory of the presidential seat as votes were still coming in on Tuesday night.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
On Wednesday, President Trump is suing the Secretary of State, claiming that Jocelyn Benson is violating the Michigan Constitution and Michigan law by allowing absentee voter ballots to be processed and counted without giving meaningful access to the President Trump campaign. In the complaint, it says Secretary Benson is allowing ballots to be processed and counted without allowing the campaign to see video of the ballot boxes in Michigan. Benson says prior to the votes being counted, she fully expected allegations to come after the votes were processed.
We're focused on getting this right in a way that can withstand any court challenges. I'll also mention, and we've seen this not just in Michigan, but in other states, a lot of times court challenges or allegations are thrown around to further political agendas as opposed to actually legal claims. So we're mindful of that as well. And that's why for us, we're just laser focused on counting every vote.
The Attorney General Dana Nessel responded to the lawsuit stating Michigan elections have been conducted transparently with access provided for both political parties and the public. Democratic nominee Joe Biden hasn't claimed victory yet, but believes he's on track to win more votes than any ticket in the history of this country. For now, in Lansing, Rachel Sweet, News 10.